So, hello dear students. Now today we will move ahead in this chapter number second of class 10th chemistry, that is acids, bases and salts. Okay. So today we are going to discuss means about the pH scale, about which I have already discussed with you. Okay. So I have just made a pH scale here having the value 0 to 14. Okay. This is the pH scale, and I have already told you this pH scale was developed by Sorensen. We have already discussed this. Okay. So here we have the values from 0 to ranging from 0 to 14, and the pH value less than 7, the content or the compound which are having the pH value less than 7, so they all are the acidic in nature. Similarly, the compound which have the pH value more than 7, they are basic in nature, or we call them the alkaline also. Okay dear. So similarly, the compound which have exact 7 as the pH value, we would call it as neutral solution. Okay, like water. So water has the pH value of 7. Okay. Similarly, if you see from the 0, so the acid which is there in the battery, so its the pH value is around 0, means very less. Okay, so it is too much acidic. So the battery which is containing the acid, so it is too much acidic because its pH value is around 0. Similarly, if you see 1, so you have the acid which is there in your stomach also, stomach acid. Okay, so its pH value is around 1, hydrochloric acid, etc. Okay. Similarly, we have the acid in the lemon also, citric acid. Yeah. So its pH value is around 2. The acid which is there in the vinegar, acetic acid we also call it. Okay. So its pH value is around 3. Then you have the acid in the tomato. We have discussed this, tartaric acid I think. So its pH value is around 4. Similarly, we have the acid in the coffee also, pH value is around 5. Then in the milk, you have the acid content there also, acidic content, and its pH value is around 6. And water has the pH value 7. Then more than 7, these all are the alkaline or the basic solutions. Like blood, it has the pH value 8. Baking soda 9. Stomach tablets means like the antacids we are taking. Okay, when the acidic content is higher in our stomach, so we are taking some antacids like milk of magnesia, etc. So their pH value will be around what, 10. Okay, then you have the 11 as the pH value, that will be of the ammonia solution. Then the soap is there that you are using at home, its the pH value is around 12. Then the bleach which you are using to remove the spots, the dark spots on the clothes also, so we are using it, its the pH value is around 13. Then you have the drain cleaner with which you are cleaning the drain, so its pH value will be around 14. Okay, so it's a pH scale here. Okay, it might be helpful, please note it down. Now we are discussing about the 3 cases, and you must be knowing we can find the pH value by the formula, that is minus log H positive, and this H positive denotes the concentration of the H positive ion. Okay, so by using this one formula, we can find out the pH value of any solution. Okay, what do you need? You need the concentration of H positive ions there, and you find its logarithm, you will get the pH value of the given solution. Okay, now here we will discuss 3 cases now. Like you have the case first. The case first is if the pH value, if the concentration of H positive ion is more than that of OH negative ions. Remember, if the concentration of H positive ion is more than that of OH negative ion, it means H positive ions are more there in the solution, in more number. The H positive ions are more in number in the solution. It means what? The solution is acidic, because H positive ion represents the acid. Okay, so if the H positive ions are more in the solution, so you would call such solution as acidic solution. Okay, so such solution will be acidic solution, so you will call it acidic solution. So if this is so, if the concentration of the H positive ion is more than OH negative ion, then such solution will be known as the acidic solution, and its pH value will be what? pH value will be less than 7. Remember this, pH value will be less than 7. Are you getting? Now we are discussing about the case second, and the case second is if concentration of OH negative ion is more than that of H positive ion, concentration of OH negative ion is more than that of H positive ion in the given solution, then such solution we would call as the basic solution. Why? Because there OH negative ions are there. OH negative means it denotes the basic. Okay, any solution which is giving OH negative ion in its solution, any compound which is giving OH negative ion in its solution, we would call such compound as basic in nature. It means the OH negative ions are more in nature, so you would call such solution as basic in nature. Okay, so alkaline solution, we would call it as alkaline solution, or you can say basic solution also. Okay, and its pH value will be more than 7. Remember this, pH value will be in this case more than 7. Now the case number 3 is if concentration of H positive ion is equals to concentration of OH negative ion, means both are equal in number in the solution. Okay, means how many H positive ions are there and how many OH negative ions are there, both are same in number, means their concentration is same in the solution. So you would call such solution as neutral solution. Neutral solution, and its pH value will be exactly equals to 7. Okay, getting it or not? So note it down. So now we are discussing about the salts. What are the salts? Salts are formed by the neutralization reaction of acids and bases. So whenever the acids and bases are reacting with each other, so they are forming salt and water, and this reaction is known as the neutralization reaction. Remember this. Okay, so salts are formed by the neutralization reactions of acids and bases. Is it clear? Very good. Now the next is, if you see, salts are the ionic compounds. So whatever the salts are going to be formed here, so those all the salts are the ionic compounds, like the NaCl. So NaCl is also an ionic compound, like NaCl, that is Na positive and Cl negative. Yes or not? So it is an ionic compound. So salts are ionic compounds having cation and anion. Cation means the positively charged ions, and anion means the negatively charged ions. Okay, and that is how they are electrically neutral also, because they do not have the net charge. They do not have the net charge because both are neutral. Means how many positive and how many negative are there, both are making each the neutral. So no net charge is there. So if no net charge is there, so we would call this as electrically neutral. Okay, so salts are electrically neutral. Are you getting this? Having cation and anions. Getting this? And salts, they might have the inorganic ions. Inorganic ions like you have the chloride, mineral acids. We are talking about the minerals also now. So they have the inorganic ions also, like the chloride. This is inorganic ion. And some of the salts have organic ions also, like we have the acetate ion, like we have CS3COO negative. So this is what? This is what? Acetate ion. This is organic ion. So salts might have inorganic ions also as well as the organic ions also. Okay, and they do have, sometimes they do have the fluoride, like monoatomic ions also, single atom. Okay, so they have monoatomic ions such as fluoride also, and sometimes they have the polyatomic ions, like you have the SO4 2 negative. So this is what? SO4, polyatomic ions. So salts might have polyatomic ions also, monoatomic ions also, inorganic ions also, and organic ions also. Okay, so just note it down. Now we are discussing about some types of salts. Salts also can be of different types. Let's say I have just told you salts are formed by the neutralization reactions of acids and base. Okay, they are forming the salt. Let's say the acid which you are taking is a strong acid and the base which you are taking is a weak base. If both are going to react, which sort of salt you are going to get? You are going to get the acidic salt, because the acidic content means the number of H positive ions are more there. Okay, so the resulting salt will be an acidic salt. Okay, so when strong acids and weak base are reacting with each other, so they are again going to form the salt, but the salt will be the acidic salt and water will be the byproduct. Yes or not? Similarly, if you are taking the weak base and strong acid, weak base means the pH value is means around 6, 5, etc. Weak base. Weak acid. And strong base means the pH value is around 14 or 13. That is what we are talking now. So when we are taking weak base acid and strong base, so they are again going to form the salt, but the salt will be having the OH negative ions more. So it will be an alkali salt. Means basic salt will be there. Yes or not? Plus water. Similarly, if you are taking the strong acid and strong base, both are strong. Now you will get what? You will get the neutral salt plus water. And if you are taking the weak acid and weak base, both are weak. Okay? Then what you are going to get, just tell me. This is the question for you. If weak acids and weak base, both are weak, and they are going to react with each other, so what you are going to get? You might get neutral salt also. Why? Because if both have the H positive and OH negative ions equal in number, so you will get the neutral salt. But if the H positive ions are more here, then that you will get the acidic salt, and if OH negative ions are more, you will get the alkali salt. Okay, so if a weak acids and weak base are reacting, so you might get neutral, acidic as well as the alkali salts. Okay, and water will be the byproduct. Are you getting this? Okay, just note it down. Now we are talking about the common salt. Common salt means sodium chloride, NaCl. So this is also known as the common salt also, and it is also known as the table salt also. Okay, common salt, or you call it table salt, both are same. So its chemical formula is NaCl, that is sodium chloride. So sodium chloride is known as the common salt, and it is formed by the neutralization reaction of HCl and NaOH. So when HCl and NaOH are reacting with each other, so they are forming NaCl, that is the common salt. HCl is what here? Hydrochloric acid. Okay, and it is strong acid. It is strong acid. And NaOH is sodium hydroxide, which is a strong base. Strong base. So when strong acids and strong bases are reacting with each other, so they are forming the salt. Which one type of salt? Neutral salt. So common salt is a neutral salt also. Are you getting this? So we are going to get the neutral salt and water. So this is the common salt. Okay, and if you see, the common salt is responsible, primarily it is responsible for the salinity of the ocean water. Okay, the ocean water, the water which is there in the sea or in the oceans is salty. Okay, you taste it, you just feel salty there. Yes or not? So that is why, who is responsible for that? That is the NaCl. Okay, so the common salt is responsible for the salinity of the ocean waters. And it's in some organisms also, some extracellular fluids are also there. So common salt is also responsible for that also. Okay, so write about the common salt. Then we are writing the uses of the common salt. Okay, note it down. So student, now we are discussing about the uses of the common salt. Common salt means sodium chloride, NaCl. So what are its uses? Okay, so in the industry we are using it for the manufacture of many chemicals. Okay, like we are using it for the manufacture of the sodium hydroxide, that is NaOH. It is also known as the caustic soda. Okay, and this common salt is also used in the manufacture of sodium carbonate also. It is also known as the washing soda, means Na2CO3, and it is also used in the manufacture of sodium bicarbonate, means NaSCO3. It is also known as the baking soda, and it is used in the manufacture of the bleaching powder, that is CaOCl2. Okay, used in the manufacture of HCl, so hydrochloric acid, and the common salt is used in the manufacture of hydrogen gas, that is H2, Cl2, and it is also used in the manufacture of sodium metal. Okay, because NaCl, this is NaCl now. So by the electrolysis process, Na and Cl can be separated by the electrolysis process. Okay, so we can get the sodium metal from here. Okay, so for the production of these things, we can use the common salts. Okay, And it is also used in the manufacture of the soap also. In the soap industry, we are also using this common salt. Are you getting this? Next, it also improves the flavor of the food, that you must be knowing. Without the salt, you cannot eat the vegetables, etc. Okay, so salt is necessity there. Okay, and now next thing, it is also important for the working of your nervous system. Your nervous system gets weaker if you do not consume too much. Sorry, the means you can say the required amount of the salt. Okay, if you do not consume the required amount of the salt, so your nervous system just means stops working. Okay, means not works properly. Okay, so that is the reason. So it improves the flavor also, and it is also helps in the working of the nervous system also. And one more thing, it is also used in the manufacture of the hydrochloric acid, as I have told you. In your stomach, in your body, in your stomach, so there your stomach, the wall of the stomach secretes the hydrochloric acid, and this hydrochloric acid formed with the help of the sodium chloride, that is common salt. Common salt. Are you getting this or not? So with the help of the common salt, we are making this hydrochloric acid, and this hydrochloric acid in your stomach, it improves the digestion of the food you are eating, so it helps in the digestion of that. Okay, just note it on. So that is all for today. Now tomorrow we will be discussing about some other chemical compounds, like we will be discussing this sodium hydroxide, NaOH. Okay, we will be discussing it tomorrow. So that is all for today. Okay, thank you. Have a good day.